Oh, we back with the retry. There we go, episode 53, man. Shout out to Mr. Flores for inviting us to the nice day. It looked good in here, so
Big facts.
we appreciate that.
Big facts.
But yeah, this weekend, big weekend, 20-year anniversary. Yes, you don't look bad for 20 years.
That
shit don't look bad for 20 years. So we appreciate this episode 53. I mean, we'll go. We need the greatest 53. Say
Bill Romanowski.
I'll take that. I don't really agree, but I don't know no other 53.
Exactly.
Let's do it, man.
Salute.
You got any suggestions?
On
Number 53?
No.
Anybody come to mind?
Last 53 she
Hold on. Why you ain't got no cup though?
My hosts have not given me much of anything.
Don't worry about it.
And he won't.
That means we ain't think much of you.
So you don't need no cup?
I'm good.
All right. Let's roll, man.
All right, we do it, man. So we got a couple quick questions for you. So you know what was the reunion? What was what stuck out to you the most about the reunion?
Just seeing everybody. Everybody looks good. Everybody's doing good. We're all here together. I'm glad I got to see people and lay eyes on people.
Okay, that's what's up. So you wasn't happy? Oh, you wasn't? Was you in band?
I was in chorus.
You was in chorus? Oh yeah, that really don't count.
Actually, when other teams weren't getting us anywhere, chorus got us to state.
I don't recall.
When other teams weren't getting us anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute. That's real cute.
How was the football team during those days?
It was actually pretty good.
Oh,
very nice. It's from the last couple of years.
Okay.
You was a part of a team that nobody knew existed.
Hey, when
I was
my 10th grade year, JV, we were undefeated. That's all I remember.
Okay. So our 10th grade year,
Yeah,
JV was.
That shit don't count.
He could tell you about it. He was on the team. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm so tired of them talking about that undefeated year that nobody that don't count.
JV team?
Floyd tried to make us play with y'all. You know what I'm talking about?
Y'all was that good. Y'all should have just went to varsity and played and won.
But we ain't. What?
Were you never on JV?
Oh, JV for people that ain't really that
No,
good.
I'm really asking. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was never on JV.
Oh, okay.
JV's.
It was so good though. This thing went
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I thought at some point people were going to the football games for the band. Shout out to my band.
I don't know what it feel like to play on Thursday nights. Okay? I don't know that feeling.
So you got the Friday night. Hey, you got the Friday night light. Yeah.
You got a Thursday night blowing the bitch out, ain't nobody there.
Shit, me.
We went some, guys.
At least there was some smoke in there. They ain't even have concession stand at y'all games. At least there was some smoke in there when I was playing. God damn. Hey.
When did you get the varsity?
Like I said, Friday night lights to get your ass kicked. You
you
got all the bright lights, but it's for the wrong motherfucking reason. You know what I'm saying?
But when did you get the varsity?
Out in the dark.
Who, me?
Yeah.
My junior
year. So from junior year to senior year.
You want to know what happened my junior year?
Tell me.
0-10.
Am I lying, bitch? Am I lying? I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
It just took him
0-10.
It took him a while to make it to the
2
big
years.
I
show.
went from 7-0 to 0-10. That's right. You do the math.
Yeah. It took him 2 years to mature his little body up to be able to take a varsity hit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, my cousin told me don't go to Florida. He said, Corey, they got 3 plays. Sweep right, sweep left, tight end dunk. Over, that's all he did. Sweep right, sweep left, tight end dunk. That's all.
Hey, you need to put that. You need to put that. Hey, you need to. You need to speak up, bro. Put the speaker up, bro.
What position did you play? What position did y'all play?
I play running back.
What position did you play? Oh, you were all around athlete.
Listen, these guys here won't admit it, but
you were the all around athlete.
Know what's up.
Hey,
I don't know 20 years later why they won't admit it. They know it.
So you play.
What we know?
I know y'all good at basketball.
Right. The basketball team was.
Shit up.
You play basketball.
Yeah.
We went to state.
We went to state. Well, we were in 10th grade when that happened. But you know,
Hey.
y'all were on the team, weren't you? You were on the
Yeah,
team.
I was
So he made the trip. He was in the bus.
I damn sure didn't play.
But the halftime show, Mr. Thomas Band was off the chain. We had a good halftime.
Shout out to my performing arts family.
Halftime show was lit. FAMU alumni was in the building at the halftime
I'm
show.
not getting some of them games. It was a great experience. It was a great experience, you know what I mean?
I'm only asking because I really didn't know.
You didn't know what?
I didn't know what position you guys played.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all that didn't even matter.
Speaks a lot.
Purnell played a little bit of everything. He played 2 or 3 positions. He was all over the field.
But these guys won't admit. I'm glad I got a guy here that won't admit. You know what I'm saying?
Quarterback.
Ain't got no comment.
Running back.
Ain't got no comment.
Bitch guy.
You were the quarterback. You were the quarterback.
Bitch, y'all ain't in the game.
Hey.
Quarterback, running back, safety. Come on, I can name it. I ain't played all that.
Oh, what about like weightlifting? You were weightlifting. You
I
were
went to state.
okay.
That don't count.
It's still a sport.
Even better. You know what I'm saying? I can't depend.
Bro, I might be the only guy in the school history that went to state in 3 different sports.
That ain't winning a motherfucking
That's a pat on the back.
It's just
Where's the
going.
ball, though?
It's making it to state.
Basketball and what? Track?
Yeah. I might be the only person.
Who was it?
What's that team?
Hey, I gotta shake your hand today.
I'm saying, what motherfucker you think you with?
Triple
Triple
jump,
jump.
long jump, and the high jump.
You were a jumper?
Bitch, you ain't with
And then
nothing
You
racing.
already know these old jump.
He
This
ain't with
nigga.
nothing racing.
This nigga jump out the motherfucking jump. Exactly.
So I'm probably the only person.
Big fact.
The same year?
Not the same year, but over the course of
Okay.
being in school.
I didn't know that.
Still got
See,
to
learn.
Learn something new every day.
Exactly.
Every
Oh, he
day.
went state basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Rain, right?
I with Brian Baker.
Yeah, Jacksonville Rain.
Yes.
Back in days.
Hey,
You
man.
motherfucking right.
And guess what?
The
Jacksonville
was out there with me back in the day.
Rain only
Stick, boy, you
Big
hear me?
fact. Big
Boy, he wasn't on that stick.
automatic.
I was definitely there.
Move. He wasn't on that stick. Now.
I was definitely there.
Nah, he was there. I ain't gonna do it.
Nah,
That's all I was there.
Okay,
I ain't
so
get
if there
in the
was,
game.
if there was, so now I have
Johnny
to
Depp
produce your
said-
show.
You ain't got to produce shit.
Obviously. So
You ain't got to produce
it's
What that boy said? What he said?
You the one who went on track.
we were talking about high school.
You started.
We having a domestic
Random
on the camera. I was gonna ask if you weren't athletes, would you have done something else in high school? Like
What
if
you
you
mean?
weren't in a sport.
That's all I know.
Yeah, what other extracurricular
If I
activities?
wasn't,
Nah.
Or
That's
even being an athlete, would you have done something?
it's probably one. I can admit it was one thing I would have did if I wasn't athlete.
What?
Skip school every fucking day.
Okay, well, that's
Ain't no use to come. Ain't no use to come to
helpful.
school.
That's helpful.
Yeah, nah, nothing.
Just sports.
That's
all I know.
So like, because there was people like Jerome, AD, who like were in chorus and in sport.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say.
I didn't know that.
Hey, that bitch saying everybody.
He was all state.
Shout out to Mr. Frederick.
What he said? The man.
He can harmonize.
He was all state. Jerome got his own.
He can harmonize.
Hey.
I was good with it.
Hey, hold on. Let me get a word in.
Yeah.
Let me get a word in. I wish it was something else that I could have depended on, but I was never taught nothing else. All I know is football, bro.
That's all we do.
But get what? I'm gonna teach my son different. Like you can't just depend on sports. But nobody never taught me that. All I know is fucking football.
So if your son doesn't
So
want to play a
football
sport,
failed,
if your son
there
doesn't
was
want to play a
nothing
sport and wants to be in chorus,
Mhm.
I'm
I'm good with that.
you good with that?
Hell yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good. I'm good with
Or an
that.
instrument or something.
But I was never interested in nothing else, bro. That's all I knew. That's all I knew.
He said skip school.
I was with the school. School on his head. About the size.
That's what I'm saying. So he can play.
Sports and girls.
That's all the business.
That's all it is.
Because the
That's
girls
all that we was ever taught, bro.
This
ain't teaching. This ain't talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that way it is.
Or if he didn't show up, his coach was
Yeah,
This
so I
out-
couldn't play.
I would have never went to college if it wasn't for football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we do. That's all we was taught.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I would try to cut him. I would get him with the patch, but.
Oh, you gonna skin a big head, but real bad.
Old back.
Oh,
I'm saying if I had to do anything else,
Other than sports.
I think I would try to do the you know what I'm saying? What else? Right?
I get you. I mean, cause it's like, but you gotta think like, where we from, what you seen like successful people doing, you ain't really see. I mean,
Anybody doing outside of
you
sports.
seen the police, and from where we from, we don't even,
That's what I'm saying.
we ain't like the police like that, so we ain't want to be one.
Exactly.
Shout out to Teddy. Shout out to
You do
Teddy.
not sell drugs or play sports. But I think if anything outside of that, I would do the main thing right
Jerome.
now.
Jerome.
The main fucking nigga kids though. Hey,
Let me call you.
take the camera on that bitch. Hey, I ain't fucking no shit.
Hey, if y'all want to talk, bro, you gotta put the speaker on, bro.
No, you don't have to put. So you're not
Leave it
supposed to be talking.
Let's get back on the topic.
Okay.
The
20-year
reunion.
Right.
It's hard.
Boy in these high school
class
classes.
of-
What was your favorite part
And
about
everybody
it?
showed up too.
What was your favorite part about the weekend?
What was my favorite part? That's a good question. My favorite part about the reunion for last night and tonight,
The weekend.
the whole thing together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just seeing everybody. You know, it's like
You know, we see everybody on social media, so it's almost like even though you don't see everybody in person, you feel like you still feel like you connected to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But to see everybody in person, you know, it hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that I was the happiest about is just seeing everybody come together, because I know how hard it is to get, you know, 50, 60, 70 people together. So the fact that we was able to pull that off made me feel good. Like, dang, we you know what I'm saying? Even tonight, because I think tonight was a little more people than last night, right? Or what you think?
About the
Was it about the same?
yeah, and then a few different faces from last night and
The
tonight.
spot was so small.
It was a
made
little-
look like a lot of.
It was a little cramped, but
Okay.
we made the best of it.
We made it happen though.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I felt. That's what made me feel the most proud and like, yeah, we pulled it off. Because you know,
tried
the 10-year reunion,
This shit ain't work out. We the first ones from one to pull a 20-year reunion.
Or any reunion, yeah.
Before that,
04 didn't do it, 03 didn't do it.
Who was your favorite teacher?
Great fucking question.
That's a great question. Oh my god.
Who was your favorite teacher?
I had a few for different reasons.
Yeah. Who was your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher?
Every teacher?
you know who? Miss Paletti.
Definitely.
You know why?
100%.
You know why? Hold on. Let me elaborate. I had Miss Paletti in my 10th grade year for geometry. I ain't know what the fuck was going on in that class. That was my 5th period class. We had it every day. Yep. I used to go to sleep in that class every day, bro. You know, the first thing she used to do, she used to go over the homework. And I used to write the answers down while she used to go over the shit. Turn my shit in and get a grade. Bro, you know that lady passed me with a B? How the fuck I got a B? I failed all the tests. You know what I'm
Test.
saying? Tests. I'm from Florida. We're from South Florida.
We know why you.
I failed all the tests. You know what I'm saying? The lady gave me a B and I passed. I don't know how, bro. So,
That made her
my
your
favorite
favorite
teacher.
Because she
And we didn't even talk.
she didn't hold you accountable for your
I
shit
ain't
grade.
talked to her. I barely even know her, bro. But she passed me, I guess, because I was on the football team. I don't know.
She had a big heart.
Maybe we should bring her on the podcast and ask her why she passed.
What about you, Tiffany? Who was your favorite teacher?
Just one though.
Just one.
This one for now.
Well, the easy answer is Mr. Frederick because he was our course teacher.
Yeah.
But oh wait, I don't get
You got
that.
another learn.
Tell us why.
So I was the new girl. I'm not from Boynton originally.
You was the new girl.
No,
Your freshman.
I'm not. I didn't even go to school here. No,
You was the new girl. Your freshman.
my freshman year.
Okay.
I was from Miami.
Okay.
So I didn't know. Obviously, I didn't know anybody from.
Prior to that.
No, nobody. So joining course and having like course and student council, but more course. I spent more time there.
Okay.
Mr. Frederick nurtured us. I was able to get a scholarship, like to go to college because of course. So, and he looked out for us outside of just school. So, yeah,
That was very sentimental.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I already know your favorite teacher.
How you gonna tell?
I know.
My favorite teacher was Miss Macon, man.
See what I'm saying? I already knew.
Miss
Miss Macon. Because
Cause you ain't know how to read or nothing, but she still.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Listen. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Coming up, I always felt like I couldn't read. I just felt like I memorized a lot of words. So like I never.
You felt like that, like yourself.
I don't feel like I like learn how to sound out stuff. So I just learned like if I'm reading or somebody read, I just memorize the words. So
I
when it's
remember
my
that.
turn to read.
Bruh.
I just done memorize all those words. So I never. I'm being keeping it G.
I remember, man.
I just felt like I didn't know how to read.
We respect the honesty.
Right.
You ain't. It ain't that you ain't. You did know how to read.
He wasn't the only one.
I ain't seen right
Bro, you ain't know how to read, bro.
You were behind me in the fucking. You were behind me.
You ain't know how to read.
I just don't remember the part of my life where like that
Like,
kids
well,
sound out
like
stuff in
reading
class.
for comprehension, like reading to understand what you read, or just.
So I always understood what I read.
So it was just.
So when I hear it, I know the definition of the word. I ain't crazy.
No. I'm just saying because that's part of when you're learning how to.
I don't remember.
I'm not trying to be
being
funny.
in-
I'm not trying to be
I
funny.
don't remember being in elementary school and them you sounding out words to learn how to read.
Mm-hmm.
I just always remember being in school and memorizing the word.
Okay.
And that's how it was. So when I see a paragraph of words, I done memorize. I know the words because I see them all the time.
And Miss Macon made you feel like you could.
No, not that. She just challenged it and she started changing it and teaching me the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
So, and I mean, shit, I was in 10th grade by the first time I had her.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
We had
So,
We had,
you never
I didn't
had
have Miss Macon.
I sat behind you, bro.
I had Miss
You never
Shannon.
had-
Stop capping, bro.
Yeah, Miss Macon. I had Miss Shannon 9th grade.
Yeah, 9th grade, and then I had Mr. Singleton.
Hey,
Shout out to Mr. Singleton. No, we like Mr. Singleton for other reasons.
Man, sat right
Man ain't had no class. I never had, listen, I never had a class with Poop until economics. And senior year.
Yeah. What's the hardest defense you ever played?
hold on, before I answer that question, I'm gonna tell you what building it is.
The building.
You know what class that don't
Oh, so they don't prove nothing?
nothing.
So I
You
can
walk
approve.
by the bitch every day.
So I cannot prove that, man. You was in the same class.
You gotta get the roster, boy.
We'll have to find Miss Macon.
Hold on. Who else was in our class, bro? Who else was in our class? You know what I'm saying? We gonna post it on Instagram to find out who else was in our class, bro. We was in the same class together, bro. You know how to
In 10th
read.
grade.
You know how to read.
Well, it was never a time that anybody else can think I ain't know how to read.
Oh.
Cause I never stumbled over no words.
He's saying he's
Yeah,
just
me.
he's saying he doesn't remember a time where
I'm a great. You can call it what you want. I'm a great reader.
You stuttering, man.
Never. In the history
What
of
the
me
question?
going to school.
a wordsmith.
What's the hardest defense you played?
The hardest defense in high school?
Yeah.
Jupiter.
You?
Jupiter.
Hardest defense I ever played against was
Atlanta.
Dwyer.
Yeah, Dwyer was biting.
Dwyer. The first couple
There
years.
was one in the same, yep.
Dwyer pretty close.
Dwyer and Jupiter.
Tough
Dwyer and
defense.
Jupiter, yeah.
What's the best game?
Yeah, get it.
Who that is? Who?
Get it.
What's the best game you think you ever had?
In high school?
High school.
Best game I ever had. Probably Mocha. Mocha, man. Mocha.
You?
Do what?
He occupied, man.
Your best game from high school that you remember?
Mm,
Most memorable game.
I'm gonna say probably Southport. Southport at home.
That was the game you got trucked though, no?
I never get to. Who?
I got the ball snatched out of my hand at Southport.
At Southport.
That was our junior year.
I got that shit snatched out.
Junior year. I remember
Them
that.
bitches
Junior
ran
year,
into
I
the
remember that.
touchdown.
I
Okay,
remember that.
Tiffany. As far as the dance went last night, and then just today, dress code. What do you feel? Who looked their best? You
Be honest now. You know what I'm saying? You can't show no favoritism.
and who had? Just give us a rundown on who wore what.
the best and the
And-
worst.
Oh, we want like
The best and the worst.
red
The best and the
carpet.
worst.
Yes, right. Yes.
Not Tiffany.
Can I? And we're not gonna include me.
Tiffany?
You can tell us what you wore.
No. Okay, so last night, really, I think everybody looked great. Everybody showed up exactly how I expected them to. Whatever that means.
You said big up the verse. That means
Best and the
But
worst.
I mean,
We said the
no, I'm
best.
not gonna pick because you don't. What I've learned is fashion is a preference.
Okay.
So whatever makes you feel comfortable is what you wear.
I like that.
But they're like our open shirt fellow here last night, who had what
First of all,
inspired?
listen, I called the guy before this, right?
Did you? Because
I said,
because
what's
girls have like my girl group was like, what are we wearing? Da da da. Do y'all do the same thing?
No, we don't.
You said
I said,
also
because I wasn't wearing a shirt. You know,
a jacket, a suit.
a suit.
It was dressed to impress, whatever that means.
I said, what's the dress? He's like, bro. I said, because I ain't wearing no shirt and tie. He was like, shit, me, I got this suit. I ain't wearing them. I ain't never wear
It
it.
was
I got
tailored
it.
to the
He
you got
said,
it
I
tailored.
got it. He said, you know what he said?
Oh, off the rack like
It
that.
looked Taylor, right?
It did.
It wasn't Taylor.
Look what the
I
bitch
promise you.
said.
Oh.
I promise you it
He
wasn't
said, I got a suit. I ain't wearing it in a while, and bitch, I ain't wearing no shirt underneath. I ain't wearing no.
And did you believe him?
He said, I believe he was. I can tell when he telling the truth.
I told him I ain't wearing no socks.
He said, I ain't wearing no
shirt.
socks or no shirt. So that leads me to believe he ain't have on no drawers. But he said he
Were
ain't
you
wearing no
were you
socks.
just free
Listen,
everywhere underneath that suit?
I had some drawers.
Because
man.
it's too hot. It's hot.
Definitely had some
I
drawers.
fucking have no drawers. I don't know what socks or a shirt.
It was a little too. It was a little too hot.
Fucked it up.
No, you look great. You were top 5 gentlemen.
Top
Top
five.
five?
Top 5.
Oh, that's great.
Top 2 or top
No,
1?
I gave it top 5.
Top 5?
I'll give you the other 5.
Top five?
In no particular order, men.
Up or
So
down?
hold on. Who was the other 4?
Corey.
Okay.
Shout out to Corey in his Purple Rain. He had a- Corey Denson.
Okay.
Corey Denson. Clarence.
Clarence. 3.
That's 2.
You.
Okay, 3.
Shit, he made the top 3.
Wait a minute. Not because you're sitting here.
Uh-oh.
No. I didn't think about who else was there.
Oh, shit.
Not just because you're sitting here.
Is that right?
You.
Okay, that's 4.
Josh, because he gave us white boy. Give it to Josh. I'm gonna give it to Josh. He had a little linen Tommy Bahama situation. Yeah.
That sound like a solid list to me. What you think?
I don't know. I'm just. I think for
This
me,
is my men top 5.
I just think for. No, I'm just saying. To me, just suits are boring. That's why I don't really care for a suit. I think if you can do more with fashion, because suits when you put it on, you automatically formal. Oh, he looks nice. You got a suit on.
Well, okay, so
When you
like,
could do more without putting a suit on and still look nice and casual. I think to me that's dope.
You know, some people
That's
wear
facts.
the fit, the suit, and some people the suit wears the person.
right.
I can respect that. 'Cause I'm. Listen,
But I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you for giving fashion choice and not just a suit. Not saying you were just a suit, but you just didn't throw on a black suit and a white shirt.
Right.
So I can appreciate that.
No, I respect my boy. Shit, anybody that's
And I told you I thought it was tailored. So the fit was right.
Yeah.
The fit was right.
nice.
Now, girl, you all want top 5 girls?
Yes, we do.
There we go.
Fuck that. I need to be making it.
Well, yeah, y'all, please.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
No,
agree.
no,
I
I was
agree.
just
I I agree. Nah, hell
No, go ahead.
No.
Let them. You're right.
Top 5.
So then I don't offend. I don't get no nasty text in my phone.
I'm just gonna go just 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just 5.
Don't be capping.
I think Charmaine with the secret,
The gold.
the gold secret.
I agree.
I'll take that.
Okay.
one.
The gold and the glitter.
The gold with the slit. That was cute.
Okay. That's no particular order, just top
No,
5.
there's no order.
No order.
Just top 5.
Okay.
Just top 5.
Okay.
And I'm a fashionista, so
You are.
looking for different stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna say. I like the Vanessa with the little sheer, the sheer little fit with the heels.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Was it lavender?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That's 2.
I kind of like that. Kwana was nice with the ombre.
Sunshine.
Yeah, with the ombre.
Mhm.
That was dope. Let's see. You could have been in that tip, but you took the heels off, bro.
No, I didn't.
Tiff, I was right in there.
I have
Tiff,
fun.
he got a picture.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Tiff was nice.
Tiff walked in
When
with
she first
5-inch
walked
pumps,
in with the heels, she was not-
and then I said, you know what? I'm not a 5-inch pump girl no more. I got the mids. I got the 3 inches out of the car, and I kept those on all night.
yeah, I don't like those. Those to me are like the starter heels for the little girls. So I think you took yourself out when you did that.
Starter heel.
That's what the little girls wear when they get those little fake outfits. When they be little.
I hate this. Go ahead, continue.
I said you was in there. When
No. You said I could have been, so keep going.
Definitely said.
Didn't he?
Said
I could have been, but
You definitely said that.
bias.
How many I got?
That's 3. That's 3.
It's 3.5. She in there.
Okay.
3.5. 3.5.
3.5 minutes.
3.5. She in there. Oh, I gotta figure. Trying to think. Definitely trying to think.
I think you're missing one. I think you're overlooking a big one.
I got it. You got
For real?
it. Because I got
She had on blue.
She had on blue.
She had on blue.
A big one.
And she looked great.
She had like the royal. It was like royal.
Like Roy and Satin.
What was her name?
Seville.
I don't know her though.
You do know Seville Potts.
Seville was that?
Yes.
No.
She was sitting next to Greg.
She was in the picture. She was in
She
the
was in the
picture.
picture.
Yeah.
Yes. Seville looked great. So
She
shout out
was
to
in the
Seville.
picture. She was in the picture.
You sure Seville?
Positive.
So since you don't remember her being there, my question next is, does everybody look the same? Or can you tell?
No, I think everybody looked the
I think
same.
everybody is recognizable on the street.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
okay.
would say that.
Yes.
Recognizable. Yeah, she was nice.
She
I
looked
didn't know
great.
that
She looked
was-
great, right?
I don't know that was Seville.
She looked great.
Hey, what was your question now? Did everybody look the same?
Everybody look.
Like, could you recognize, like, even if
Recognize everyone since I
Cap.
did yesterday.
Who was capping that? I didn't see anybody that I seen that I didn't know who they was.
She said that wasn't the question. What was the
They
question?
look
unrecognized, like, does anybody look like, damn, I don't know, like, just,
like they came up to you and spoke to you. You didn't know
You
who
didn't
they
know what
were.
it was? Okay.
I didn't have that.
So
I
wasn't
felt
nobody?
everybody I seen,
Okay. You recognize
everybody I
it.
seen, I knew.
wait, so you, wait, but did you get the 5? Except Seville.
Yeah,
You got the 5?
That's not a bad thing, but she was nice.
Okay,
That's 4 now. She got to be in there.
You
okay.
got one more?
One more. What's her name was nice?
Who?
Mimi.
Mimi look great.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Nishma. That's a 5.
That's a solid list.
Solid 5.
I can agree with that.
Most excited to see or unexpected to like actually be
I was excited to see Chaz.
No matter if you there.
No, not boy Chaz.
Girl chat.
Girl Chaston. Because after we graduated, she went to Howard and then she went to New York. Like, we just, social media, but I haven't seen her. And Chaz was good people, so I was excited to see Chaz.
Chaz just snitched a lot. I'm gonna have to keep it real. Chaz was a thorn in my side. A whole bunch of episodes. But it's good to see Chaz though.
You know what I was most excited to see? Allison Stanton.
Allie. We love Allie.
Me and her went to Galaxy together.
Allie was our homecoming queen.
So her mama she was a teacher too. So her mama was our teacher in elementary school, and we had class together. So
I was very happy to see her.
Chaz helped me graduate high school because she was in Spanish too with me, and I ain't know shit. So I needed that to graduate.
Ah.
Chaz was in
That
the
elective.
Chaz was in the really putting in work for me.
Mm-hmm.
So other than being a thorn in my side, she helped me really.
And we just had you on the top 5 list.
She
You
helped
gotta,
me.
you gotta,
Cornell named you one of the top 5 best
you
dressed
was on the top 5
ladies
list.
last night.
You gotta come here.
Yeah.
Grab the microphone. Turn it on.
Yeah, but who I was most excited to see, I think Sophia Paul.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, Sophia. Well, I know her brother Gene, and just growing up in the neighborhood together, I just grew up with Sophia. Always seen her all the time, and then I feel like since I graduated, I've never seen her again.
For real?
So that was like the first time I seen her. Probably, even though I know she local, I see Gene, which is her brother, but I didn't see her in a while. So I think that was surprising. I would say.
Yeah. You know what?
They asked me who I thought was top 5 male best dressed.
Ooh.
So I gave them no particular order, and then they just said female.
And none of y'all made the list.
He put you on the top.
He did. You were first out of his mouth.
My bully.
Let's clear the record. She's saying that in elementary school, I used to bully her.
Pernell
I've
used to
never
bully
been a
me.
bully in my life.
No?
I can believe that.
I ain't never messed
He
with
used
nobody.
to be the loving bully for sure. Absolutely the loving bully. He used to say, hey, you got these tennis shoes on with this dress.
No, you can't be mad at me.
Oh,
I mean, but
this
that's
way.
that's the thing now.
What are you talking about?
I know.
Go
You're
this
good,
way
you're good.
and put that blue other shirt right
Oh,
there.
sorry.
Oh, that's what you said. Oh, okay.
That's what I thought he said.
You don't get your own chance.
Go on this side.
Where's Wallace?
We fit?
Where's Wallace?
Out there.
We fit?
Just back that thing up.
I was finna, if not, you probably gotta back it up.
Oh.
I'm sorry, partner.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, partner.
All
So back to you.
Okay,
So you should
clear
tease
it
you
up.
because
Make sure your
you wore
microphone-
dresses with socks.
I did. I used to wear dresses with socks.
Tennis
Tennis shoes. He's right. Tennis shoes with
But like fancy dresses?
Any dress.
Oh.
So my mom didn't believe that we should wear pants. So my mom is from Haiti, of course. And so when we was growing up until you're a certain age, you're not supposed to wear
So you
pants.
teasing her for something that's outside of her
I don't
control.
remember
Yeah,
that, but
he used to. And I used to have pants under, but he used to say, he'd be like, you got tennis shoes on with a dress? Always. And I used to be like, leave me alone.
Who, Pernell?
So I was
Definitely.
I never was a bully.
Yes,
I used to get too many whoopings for that. So if I'm gonna be a bully and they call home and say something, I'm probably gonna
You're
get
in
a whooping.
trouble.
They didn't
Yeah,
call
so
it bully back then. You see, now they call everything bully.
Right.
See, back then it used to be like,
We
man,
didn't use
these
that
kids are
word.
Playing.
Yeah.
These kids playing. Let the kids play. So now everything is about bullying, and
Right. I feel
bully
you.
is in the eye of the beholder. But I just think now we're just calling a lot
Yeah,
bullying that
I mean,
they're
but
not truly bullying.
it's different now. It's to a different extreme now. Kids are a little more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say
Mhm.
it's just a little more out there. They got more resources and to see stuff that we didn't get a chance to see.
They're exposed to a lot more.
Exactly.
You know what? Hold on, before you say that. You know who else I was excited to see? Kiana.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Why?
We went to pre-K together.
Way
Bro.
back.
At Treasure Chest, bro. You know what I'm saying? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember we had a little prom. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all was
We danced
top
together.
queen.
Am I tripping or? Okay. Yeah, man. We go. That was what, 91, 92, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Way back.
You know who I was excited to see?
Who?
Annie. Because Annie was
Oh,
at our
Annie.
school for 1 year, and she left such a great imprint on like so many lives at Boynton High.
Annie?
Annie, Theo's
Annie.
wife.
Oh,
Theo's
okay,
wife.
okay.
That's who I was excited to see. So
Yeah.
I met Annie, and we took off when I met her. And I think that's who really got me to calm down
Gotcha.
as it relates to like fighting.
Yeah, because you was ratchet. Hey, watch out, Wallace. I'm mad.
I wasn't ratchet.
Can I have that hand?
Yeah.
What's up,
ratchet.
Randall? That's my guy, man. Randall.
We got you up next, bro.
That's class of 03. They don't
We got
got
you.
you.
We up next, bro. We up next.
You sure?
Alright.
That's my guy.
No, we ain't. We talking about the reunion, bro.
Sorry, he wasn't at the reunion.
No, it was a good reunion, and I was glad to see everybody. But
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I need
man.
some better security, Brian.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna get fired on their day off, bro.
This is all dishes.
It's one more question I got. Let's start with the ladies on this one. If y'all could tell yourself now, 20 years later, something that you wanted to know in high school, like things that you realize now, what advice would you have given yourself?
The things you wish you would have knew back then. The things you know now.
We're about
Just
30 years old.
just one thing.
Just start with one, because everybody wants to be. But if we could all just say one thing that we would have told ourselves 20 years ago, what would you have told yourself 20 years ago that you realize now that you didn't realize then?
Go first.
What you think, Charlamagne?
I already got my answer.
I would say, don't be so hard on yourself. Life is going to come at you regardless, and it's not your journey. It's not your destination. So don't be so hard on yourself. Go with the journey because you have a purpose, and that's part of your purpose. So whatever you're going through, whatever you are destined to go through, that's part of your journey. So I would say, don't be hard on yourself. That's what I would say to my own self.
Got it.
That's dope.
I would say mind your business. Not your circus, not your monkey. Mind your business. Worry about what's around you, what's in front of you, and you keep out of trouble that way.
I think black people, we naturally great at minding our own motherfucking business.
Are we?
You know, not to speak on nobody
Well,
else.
maybe that's the Cuban in me that I could not.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
That's the Fidel Castro.
Hey. Since I came out the womb, I was always taught to mind your motherfucking business.
It's a little different in like girl
If it ain't-
world.
Okay.
So, but mind your business.
Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
That's the advice you would give to your
Yeah.
Well, you would give that to your daughter to mind your business.
Well, I do give that to my daughter. Not mind it, but don't worry about what doesn't. Nobody tagged you in. Don't worry about what doesn't concern you.
That's cool. That's good. For me, I think if I could talk to my old self, I would say don't play no sports. Because I made no money playing as I got an adult playing sports. I think I wasted a bunch of time always practicing, always working out. I would just focus more on school, get a trade or something, and then my body hurt. My ankles hurt, my knees hurt, and I ain't make no money from it. So to me, I don't think I would waste my time if I knew in hindsight like that. I wouldn't. If you asked me, I was going to be pro in something.
Yeah.
So if I don't go, I think I would just not even waste my time.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree.
That's good.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that. I ain't saying you're wrong. I'm just telling. I disagree with that. You know why? Because sports is more than just the game, and I feel like it teaches you structure, discipline,
Leadership,
teamwork.
You know who my granddad is? I had a bunch of structure and discipline. I didn't need nobody to teach me. I didn't need to learn how to make friends. I didn't need to learn how to be social. I was just a social person already.
I think for other people who don't have that, sports gives them that. No, I know, but
I can't speak for nobody.
It's easy to say that, and you're right. You probably ain't. I can't say that you didn't have that already. I don't know your granddaddy. I don't know every experience you done been through.
I know.
But what
He was a real ass kicker.
yeah.
I know
But-
the structure I needed.
I think he beat my ass a couple
Oh
times.
shit. Well, hey, I can't speak on that. But what I can say, it had to enhance it a little bit. Sports had to give it a little more.
It was fun. The dude go to school, you know, it's fun. Kind of like it gave you a different adrenaline rush that you probably wouldn't get doing other stuff. But I'm just saying, if I had to go back and think about breaking this and having surgery on both of my feet, like that shit, if I didn't play no sports, that don't happen.
And one more thing. I'm gonna
Say one more thing. Let me know if I'm wrong now. You can't tell me that playing sports didn't help build your confidence. Like, not just as an athlete, but as a person. Tell me I'm lying.
I think I'm gonna be real. I think I'm such an asshole that I just have confidence, bro. I don't know what made me be like that, but I'm just always like that. Then I practiced a lot too, so that gave me confidence. Like, I'm good.
You practice what?
I practiced my game, whatever I was doing. Yeah, but I could have been fucking.
But he's looking at it from his perspective.
And I'm not saying he's wrong, but I'm trying to get an understanding. I'm saying you trying to tell me, you know, we same thing, bro. We played sports since we was So you trying to tell me that sports didn't help build your confidence, not as an athlete, not just as an athlete, but as a person. You trying to tell me sports didn't help, even if it was 5%, 10%. You telling me that didn't help your confidence at all as a person to be a good athlete, to be the best player on the team, to be the leader of the team. You telling me that ain't help your confidence as a person at all. That's what you trying to tell me.
I mean, you got a point, but like, I think like, especially when we got to Boyne High in the first couple of years, like, it was a crowd. Like, if you was going over, especially basketball, motherfucker, you had to be there for the JV game or you wasn't getting in.
And that's all I'm saying.
So to be there with all those people that like that, like,
that was a responsibility, bro.
Yeah, but it was I wouldn't say easy. It was just fun. It was mostly fun. Like playing basketball was fun. Football was like a job.
Yeah.
Like, you know, playing basketball was fun because like, and even then, like it was easier, it was more intimate. It's like being about 12 of us, we together 24/7. We about to die out there on the outside courts when we did play JV. So you know, it was, and you felt like you owed the obligation to them to be your best self that day.
There you go.
Like football, it almost didn't feel like that because
it wasn't fun for y'all anymore.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't fun. It was a lot of motherfuckers out there not taking it serious as you was taking it.
Because it's 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes, motherfucker.
Yeah, and it ain't even about losing. You could be winning. There's people that ain't taking it serious. They just out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have a question for y'all about football.
What?
Wait, you didn't answer your question.
Oh, well, I remember it.
You didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
About if you can go tell your
tell yourself something. I hope I remember it.
I think the number one. Oh, what was the question? The number one thing that you could tell.
What would you tell yourself?
Something you could tell your older or
your
younger self.
Okay. That all women are crazy. And
you just told yourself that in hospital.
Hey, maybe I was a late bloomer, you know what I'm saying?
Or they're made to be crazy.
And I don't mean that in the, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by crazy though? Define
crazy. You know what I mean.
No, I don't. Because I'm not one of the women
not like insanely crazy, like finna, jump off the edge, but crazy. You know what I mean? When I say crazy.
And you didn't know that as a teenager?
No.
Well, you just thought everybody was.
Like I said, maybe I was a late bloomer.
I'm still trying to wait because you pressed Pernell about his situation. I would love to know what crazy means. Like opine on that.
I remember one time like, man, the girl tried to stab me.
See,
she tried to stick me.
In high school?
See, I didn't mean that crazy. I didn't mean that crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Hit you with a car crazy? Stab your tires out the car crazy?
Hey,
It's high school.
See, I was never.
I don't know what they're talking
I was never that. I don't know. I'm not that crazy. I'm not the chick that's going to risk my life for anything or anyone. So I'm not sure what you mean by crazy.
Yeah.
I think we're brought to crazy.
Okay.
I'm not brought to crazy.
Let me explain.
Never? You've never been brought to crazy?
I have never been brought to crazy.
Well, let me explain what
I
I
can
mean.
walk away easily.
God bless.
Emotionally intelligent since high school.
Okay.
I am not crazy.
Well, let me explain what I mean by
Tell
crazy.
me.
When I say crazy, it's like,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
some things,
you know,
shit just don't make no sense, bro. And it's like, so you might think, okay, when you dealing with one girl, it's like, oh yeah, she crazy. But then when you deal with another girl, and it's like, hold on. After 10 girls, everything, getting the same results, like, oh.
So you don't think that's you
you're the
then?
problem.
So you're the common denominator
They all
then. It's you
crazy.
then.
No, they all crazy. So now it's like, okay, if I wanna be in this situation, this is just something I gotta deal with. You know what I'm saying? They all crazy. I finally came to a conclusion, like, okay, this is what it is. Okay, if I want to be in this situation,
That sound like a you.
either I'm gonna have to deal with it, or I'm gonna just be single.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That sound like a you. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's on me?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you said multiple
Hey.
girls, right? That sound like a you.
Well, let me ask my partner. Did that sound foreign, or is it just keep it real? If it's just me, just says me, bro.
I think
Just says me, bro.
I think even coming from high school, like every woman got a level of crazy in her.
There you go.
So
hold on, before you finish, you hit it on the head. It's levels,
Right.
it's levels. But the common denominator is crazy. But go ahead.
But if I had to say so myself, I know me in high school, and like
It was valid.
I can respect some of they crazy that came out.
That's mature.
Because by me being a
Because
dad,
of what you did. Okay.
yeah, by me being a dad and seeing what my daughter was going through high school and seeing her dealing with boys and ups and downs, I'm like, damn, my boy is just like me. Whoever she was dealing with was a little
Like a daddy.
See, I ain't had no daughter, so maybe that's why you.
And I had to
you
respect
able to-
it. I had to respect what was
Okay.
going on because it's like, the shit just happened, goes around, comes around. And that's just the way, I ain't gonna say call it a game, but that's the way it goes, you know what I'm
It's a
saying?
game.
Real talk.
And I ain't, but I always kept it real with her and told us, baby, a lot of what you're going through is because of me, bro. God is getting us back.
I can hear you say some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Sins of the father.
I mean, I gotta be real.
I love the accountability.
Hey.
I mean, God getting us back.
Yeah.
She bounced back. She made it to you know what I'm saying?
She learned her lesson.
What was your worst moment of high school?
Hold on. Before we go there, you had something to say.
I don't know if she remember the question.
She don't remember. We old,
It'll come back.
All right.
It'll come back. It'll come back.
What was your worst moment of high school?
I know mine.
Worst
Mine
moment?
is the best of anything in your
Okay, you first then.
It was my first day of school.
Wow.
What was so bad about the first day?
Because I didn't remember I said I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Went through first period, nobody said anything to me.
Okay.
Second period, third period, fourth period. Somebody told me during the day, like, oh, you go, like, which lunch to go to. So I went to first lunch. Still didn't know anybody. So I got it's so sad. I got a Fruitopia and went into the bathroom and cried. And like chirped my dad on the next cell and was like, come get me. I want to go back to Miami. I hate it here. I hate these people here. He's like, Tiff, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Left lunch, went into my fifth period class, which was chorus. Walked in, other kids were there, but I just figured because it took me a while to figure out where to go. Walked in, 10, 15 minutes passed, the bell rang again. The bell rang again. Everybody getting up, going to lunch. So I went to the wrong lunch. So I had to do this shit again. Sat in the bed and boo-hoo cried. Worst day. Nobody, the first person who spoke to me at Boyd High, first female was Kira Wright.
Wow.
In sixth period.
That's what's up.
Kira was the first girl. And then we had a class that had a class with like Job, rest of it I had Job, Jesse in a class. And then my 7th period was English with like with Miss Shannon. So I had to wait all day until I got around other freshmen.
Dang.
And then at the end of the day, my mom picked me up all giddy. How was your day? Boo-hoo cried the whole way home. Did not want to come back the next day. But I guess it all worked out.
Sorry that happened to you.
That was pretty rough, though.
There weren't a lot of friendly faces coming through the gate 7 o'clock in the morning.
On the first day of school, shit, it was.
I started right after Christmas break in January.
Oh shit,
freshman year.
man, we had to come back. That's what happened.
So it took me a few days to find my way. So that was probably the worst. Anybody else want to? You want to go?
I mean, worst. I don't know about my worst day or my worst time in high school. I think I think my freshman year after that first report card. Well, the first report card was about to come, and I had like a 1.75. So I thought I was gonna be out of there. I was like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to play. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was Miss Shannon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss
Miss
Shannon.
Shannon was like, oh, I'm gonna let you make up these couple assignments. Cause I think I was in her class.
Yeah.
And I was in her class and I got pulled out by Coach Howie. And he was like, buddy, this is gonna be it. You're not gonna be able to play. I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm like, I'm all right, man. I'm sad. So I come back in and Miss Shannon say something to me. She's like, all right, well, just stay after class. So we stayed after class. She looked through her stuff and seen where I could make up at. No, she plugged it in. You know how they plug it in to see what it's gonna be? She said, all right, you make these two up, I'll give you 100% on both. So then I think that was to me and I never like put myself in that position again. Like I always had enough. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I think just going through school, it was like, I don't know. It was just fun going to school. So like I didn't have.
Bad days.
I ain't have bad days. I might have a day that this chick found out I was hollering at this chick or something, but I don't think it's a bad day.
It's a dangerous day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So I would say I have a real bad one, but I don't want to get emotional. But 2 things. One of my worst days was, well, I guess it ties in. So I was date raped when I was in high school. And a lot of my worst days were when females always assumed that I was dating or having sex with their partners, but I was a tomboy and I wasn't even having sex. So yeah, like I used to vibe with the boys, I used to beatbox with the boys, but for some reason they thought I was being promiscuous with their boys, and that was far from the case or the truth. And so I would say the rumors and sometimes where girls would assume that was my worst. My worst thing was that sexual assault.
I'm sorry that happened.
I mean, that's some high school shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what kids do in high school.
That's I'm sorry.
No, that's not what kids do in high school. That just so happened to be something that happens in high school.
Yeah.
But that ain't normal. That ain't no normal shit that kids supposed to do.
Trust.
So I don't want no one to think that is normal.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So that I would say that would be my worst day. Sure.
What?
So my worst day in high school, I think the worst day in high school for me was probably the day I met this boy right here. That is, man.
ZBB tripping, girl.
Worst
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, my worst day in high school was when I met Vanilla.
I'm gonna tell you why the nigga. I'm gonna get to the root of why the nigga don't like me. He never beat me in nothing. Think about if you know somebody that you never beat them in nothing. You probably be pissed off.
Why? Tell us why.
Probably didn't happen. He
Bro,
was
me in school,
like sports and shit, like you got hot because you couldn't beat him in basketball, football, nothing.
He was a man.
I'm gonna let him finish.